welcome to my channel. With the new year rolling in, a lot of people are doing resolution videos and goal videos, and so that got me to thinking, what are my goals? And mine are kind of backwards. I don't have goals of things I'm gonna do. I was thinking about things I'm not gonna do. So this is kind of an ungoal. Would you call it an ungoal video? That they're goals, but in like a reverse kind of way. I know that's really still a goal, but in a different sort of way, in a way that I think I can do better at keeping them than I can the other way, because I don't do resolutions. Because I'm telling you right now, I will not follow a resolution. Resolution to me says, how soon are you going to break it? Or are you even going to try it? Because I know me and I know my personality, and my personality does not do goals. Hold on. You know I made that. Got my little witchy on the... Listen, it ain't Christmas no more. I brought out my regular cups. So, we're going to talk about some things that I'm not going to do in 2022. These are not in any kind of order. Just as I was sitting back there brainstorming, this is how they came out. The first one is really a big one, so it might be a good first one. I'm not going to binge on sugar. I'm not going to do it. I've done a whole video on sugar. I just told y'all yesterday, sugar is not good for you. Nobody's going to tell you to eat more sugar. Nobody's going to tell you that sugar is healthy. There's nothing sugar can do for your body. Now, will I still have sugar? Oh yeah, there'll be a treat. I mean, I gave up sugar, but there's still going to be a treat. Like, I ate sugar over Christmas, but I'm over it. I'm back to like, okay, I'm not eating sugar. So while did I binge on it? I don't know if I binged on it, but I ate enough of it, put it that way. But I went right back to, okay, I gave up sugar. So that part, I think it's the other kind of food, the savory foods, that really got me. More so, well, the fudge got me. Well, yeah, the sugar got me. But like I'm trying to say is, I was able to get right back on track of not craving sugar. And so I'm going to, while I know I will have sugar, it is unrealistic to say I'm not going to ever have sugar again, because I will. I'm going to try not to binge on it. Like there's not going to be any little Debbie cake type situations. Number 2, I will not mindlessly snack or eat for recreation. I'm going to try not to just eat because I want to eat. That's a lot of my eating. Even though I have a craft room and I have all kinds of things to keep my hands busy, I still want to eat, just like I still want to smoke. Quit smoking in 2005, and I still, to this day, me and David were just talking about that like last week, I still, to this day, want to pick up a cigarette. To this day, I can have a meal and think, let me get my cigarettes. I'm not joking. Cigarettes are ingrained in me. I've not picked, when I quit, I quit. I've never picked up another one, not even a drag off of anybody else's cigarette. Not at all. So, food, even though I have things to do, food is still going to be in my mind, because smoking was recreation. I didn't need that. Eating is recreation. I don't need it except for sustenance. So even though I have things to keep me busy, in the back of my mind, I still want to eat mindlessly. I still want to just grab something and sit down in front of the TV, which I don't do at night anymore because we eat so late. So that really helps, since he's on this run and goes in later. Hold on. So that helps the nighttime eating. That cut that out. Because listen, as soon as I eat, I'm pretty much asleep. That's the routine. But during the day, in between lunch and supper, that's my hardest time of day. All I want to do is snack. I just want to eat something because I want the just like smoking. I like holding a cigarette. That physical part of smoking is that physical part of eating. The holding it, the everything about it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So I am going to try not to mindlessly eat and not to eat for recreation. Number 3, I'm not going to talk down to myself. I don't do that a lot anyway, but I'm going to make sure that I don't do it at all. I'm not going to tell myself, you're never going to do this, because sometimes I'll get on a pity party like this. You're never going to do this. You can't do it. You don't have it in you. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to know that I'm going to try my best. And if I talk negative to myself, then negative things are going to happen. What you put in is what's going to put out. So I am not going to talk down to myself. Number 4. As I drink coffee, this one's going to be the hardest one of all of them. I don't even want to say it because then it makes it real. I am not going to drink more coffee than water. There, I said it. Do you know how hard that's going to be for me? Can you even fathom how hard that's going to be for me? I drink coffee as soon as I wake up. I don't care if I wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. I go to my coffee pot and I make that first cup of coffee and I drink it the rest of the day until supper time. Sometimes I'll have one after supper. Sometimes I just won't. I'll be through for the day. But the thing is, there's so many cups of coffee going in me that there's not much water going in me. Not as much as there should be. So I'm going to try. I can't tell now listen, I can't say you can have your coffee after you drink your water, because like I've told y'all before, I can talk myself in or out of anything, and I will just say, oh, you want that coffee? Then get that coffee. Don't worry about that water. And I listen to myself. So I'm going to try my best not to drink more coffee than water. That's going to be harder than sugar. That's going to be harder than, I think, any of these. Number 5. This will be a hard one too. I'm not going to focus on the mountain in front of me, but instead the little hills that lead up to it. And y'all know what that means. This 200 pounds I need to lose. Well, I don't need to lose 200 to get knee surgery, but still, to get the goal, I mean, even after I have my knees replaced, I still got to keep losing weight because they're not going to last forever on a big, heavy body. I need to lose down to, what did I tell y'all, 255? So I'm at 320. That's a mountain. That to me is a mountain. I can't focus on that, how many of pounds that is. I can't do the math in my head, so don't ask. Instead of focusing on that mountain, I've got to focus on this 5 pounds, that little hill of 5 pounds. And when I climb over that hill, that'll be one hill behind me, and it'll just be that many less hills in front of me. So I'm going to try not to focus on the big loss, but just the little bites heading up to it. Number 6, I'm not going to try any fad diets. Y'all know, listen, ain't no sense for me to sit here and tell y'all I'm consistent, because I am not. As Sebastian will say, I am not consistent. I will go from thing to thing. Listen, I got squirrels out here today. I don't just have birds. I got squirrels. I ain't seen the squirrels ever since, well, I don't know. Well, I ain't been out here to see them, but when I come in and out, I don't really see them. I see them in my neighbor's backyard because they got a big old pecan tree. I saw them back there a lot when I'm at the kitchen window. Anyway, talking about squirrels, and that was a squirrel moment. What were we on? Oh, so y'all know I flip from flower to flower to flower just like a bumblebee because I think, oh, I'm not really doing good on this, so maybe the grass is always greener on the other side. Not necessarily. You can lose weight pretty much on anything you try. Any diet that you try, you can lose weight, but can you maintain it? Can you sustain it? Can you stay on that way of eating for the rest of your life? Some people can. Some people have it in them to live on is exclusionary even a word? I'm making it a word if it ain't. Exclusionary diets where they exclude certain foods, never to have them again. Some people can do that. I cannot. I have found that I cannot. I've tried all kind of different diets and ways of eating and things to not eat, and so far Simply Feeling. Now, can I say I'm going to stay on Simply Feeling the rest of my life? No. I cannot give you finite things about this is how my life is going to be forever. I can't say that. No. But I can say I'm not going to jump from thing to thing to thing. I'm going to keep riding out Simply Feeling, and the as long as I can lose weight on it, I'm going to work it the way it's supposed to be worked. When I stop losing weight on it, I'm going to reassess. Okay, you're probably eating too much. You're not tracking. I can go ahead and tell future self that right now. You're not tracking, girl. So I'm not going to try fad diets. Here's another big one. I'm not going to weigh myself every day. I am a daily weigher. I need to know. Well, I like to know when I'm retaining fluid. Knock on wood, don't want to jinx it, don't want to call it up. But as far as my legs being swollen, now my legs are big and they have a swelling point, a standard, I guess you would say, where they stay swollen to a point. They've not been overswelling. I've not felt thick or full. So I don't think I need to weigh daily to keep up with my fluid, just to make sure. Because, if it pops on 10 pounds like overnight, I need to know that, but I'm not feeling that way. So to stay out of my own head, I think I need to stay off of those scales. Now, I won't say that I won't weigh in the middle of the week to see how I'm going, but I will not weigh daily. And then here's the last one. I will not try to be perfect. Some people strive for perfection. I'm not going to. You know why? Because it sets you up for failure. We talked about this yesterday. There's nothing perfect in your eating. Well, there's no perfect person. There's no perfect way to do anything. We'll say, flippantly, oh, that's perfect. What we mean is, that's perfect for maybe this situation, or it's perfect for this time in my life. But there is nothing perfect, and there is no perfect weight loss journey, and I'm not going to try to be perfect, because you know why? It will set me up for failure. Knowing that it is not achievable, trying to achieve it will set me up for failure. And then guess what's going to happen? When I think, oh, you didn't do it perfectly, you might as well give up. Oh, let's add that one. Let's make that the closing, the one we're going to drive home. I will not give up. How did I forget that one? We talked about that a lot yesterday. I'll talk about it a lot from now on. I've talked about it a lot in the past. I will not give up. Yes, I feel like it. This whole way of eating, this whole lifestyle, this whole diet, it gets old. You want to just eat like you want to eat. I have told y'all before, I mourn my southern roots in my food. I feel like I am denying my southern roots by not eating the food that I was raised on and the food that we're known for, the food that I grew up and made up until I started trying to lose this weight. I miss that, but I'm not going to give up doing what I'm doing now and go back to that, because I'll go back to the almost 400 pounds that I was, and I'm not going to do it. Listen, I might fight tooth and nail to lose every little pound I lose, but I'd be doggone if I'm going to quit and go back. Now, I've gone back this month because of the holidays and vacation, but that's a isolated incidents. That's not an everyday type thing. I fully intend on losing weight next week. That's my intention, and we'll see if it happens or not. But I will not give up, and I expect you not to give up. I don't care how hard it is. Listen, this is hard. This is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Monitoring and watching my food, watching what I eat, is 1 bazillion times harder than quitting smoking. I kid you not. Even that I want a cigarette to this day, I would smoke one right now. Listen, I told David, if I knew it wasn't bad for my health, and I knew it wouldn't mess up the walls in my house and do all the things that smoking does, I'd be smoking right now. Listen, I'd be smoking in one hand and drinking my coffee in the other while I'm sitting here talking to y'all. I would. That's how much I loved it. But food, oh my gosh, I can't give up food. I can't give up food completely because we still have to eat. You don't have to smoke. You want to smoke. You need to smoke if you're addicted to it. That's just the bottom line. I mean, it's addicting and it's hard to quit. But quitting the food that I want and the food that I like, has proven harder for me than quitting smoking. But I will not give up. So those are the things I am not going to do in 2022. If you don't make goals or resolutions, maybe you can think of things that you're not going to do. You can think of things that I didn't think of. I'm sure there's other things that I should not be doing, but they didn't come to my mind when I was back here writing it out this morning. So that's my list. And I hope everybody has a wonderful, this ain't New Year's Eve, is it? What's today's date? Is this Friday? This is Friday. It's New Year's Eve. Okay, it's New Year's Eve. Tomorrow's New Year's Day. I had to get listen, when you don't work and you just stay home, you forget kind of what day's day. So David will come in this morning and he'll be off till he goes back in Monday because they get the night off. So we'll have our little twosome party with our little sausages and cheeses and crackers, and probably fall asleep before it even lands on midnight. We'll see. And then tomorrow we'll have our New Year's Day dinner. Still didn't get the hog jowl, so I'm just gonna have country ham. Cry about it, but what you gonna do? We'll have our country ham and our black-eyed peas and greens and rice and greens and black-eyed peas and I see it. It's automatic. I say hog jows and country ham and rice. And I do have some Simply Filling corn muffins in the freezer that I'm probably gonna pull a couple of those out. Yeah, that's everything. So that is what we'll be doing, and I hope everybody rings in the new year healthy and safe and has a good New Year's Day. And we are going to jump into 22. We're going to be in, what shall we say? The new you in 22. There you go. The new you in 22. So happy New Year, and I'll see you in my next video.